Namaste, welcome to Flow from Home. My name's Shannon, and you've clicked on the Consistency Without Perfection video. This is the last of our Start Here series, and I think that this is a really important conversation. And firstly, I want to let you know that this is something I have and continue to struggle with. So I want you to know that you're not on your own if this is a cause of concern for you. Maybe you pick up new practices, new habits, you're really good for a week, and then you drop off. Maybe you tell yourself, I'm gonna meditate every single day for the rest of my life. And you get 7 days in, 14 days in, a month in, you miss one day, and then the entire foundation collapses. Little book recommendation for you is Atomic Habits. If you haven't read that book, I would encourage you to get that book and have a little look. But there's a key principle in this book which speaks about how when you're forming a habit, it's about consistency. If you drop off and you stop that habit and then continue to pause, days are going by, then you're now starting to add fuel to forming that new habit of not completing the initial habit, right? If that makes sense. If you're practicing yoga, you're going to sign up for Flow from Home. You want this consistent practice. You want to integrate mindfulness, spirituality, moving your body as consistently as possible. It does not mean you're going to do a 60-minute practice every single day. For a lot of us, we have busy lives, and this modern world can feel quite overwhelming in the sense that we have responsibilities, we have to cook, we have to feed ourselves, look after other people, do our work. We have a lot of responsibilities in the world, and adding a 60-minute yoga practice every single day for the rest of your life isn't feasible or realistic. If you take a day off, if there's a week where you can't show up as consistently as you would like, keep that intention in your heart to come back to the practice. I'll send you reminders, I'll send you notifications when you're either in the circle or Flow from Home, whenever we post new videos, to keep encouraging you to come back to your mat. It may be that you just do a 5-minute meditation, a 10-minute meditation. You might even put a meditation on before you go to sleep and then allow that video to close off and go to bed. It still counts. You might just do 10 minutes of a 60-minute flow, and each time you come back to it, you do 10 extra minutes. This is completely valid. It may be that you're cooking some food and you want to listen to an educational philosophy video to learn more about the history of yoga, the philosophy of yoga, have a deeper understanding culturally of the practice that you're participating in. There's many ways for you to practice on this platform, so it doesn't mean doing one set thing. It's about showing up, planting that seed of intention. I want to do this. I want to integrate this mindfulness practice into my life, and then start to water that seed and encourage it to grow. One thing that really helps me is to have an altar at home. So I have this big coffee table. On the coffee table, I have images of the Hindu deities. I have murti, which is small statues of the deities. I always have fresh flowers on there. I have incense. I buy loads of incense and put it into a beautiful little cup. I have my little incense tray, lots of candles, and I like to keep my altar as a space that I can see all of the time. If the flowers start to die, I instantly put fresh flowers on there as an honor to my practice and to keep my practice alive. I'm in this constant relationship with it. Every time I look at it, it's an acknowledgement of the practice that I could be doing or I want to be doing. Also, keeping your mat rolled out. If you make yourself a little altar, and you can have something as small as a tiny little table and one candle, and that can be your altar. That can be your sacred space that you come to on a night. Take a few breaths, go to sleep. You can do this on your own. And so having that yoga mat out is a really great visible reminder, or having an altar is a great visible reminder, yoga is going to be a part of my life. also try to not wait until you feel inspired. Sometimes it's when we really don't want to do a practice the most that we need to bring ourselves to our mats. Obviously, I've acknowledged that our lives can get super busy, but sometimes we do also need to carve that time out as a non-negotiable. I always encourage my clients to have a look in your schedule at when you could fit a dedicated 1 hour slot in for a practice. And that might be coming into the studio or joining online a live class. I find that live classes, you feel that responsibility to show up because you book, you're not letting the teacher down. And also, you're not going to want to leave early because I'm going to be messaging you saying, where have you gone? Unless something obviously comes up. But I will check in with you if I notice that you had to leave your practice early. What happened there? This time is for you, and this is important time. So yeah, just making that dedicated time for yourself. If you're not wanting to show up, do something so simple and then see, maybe I could put on another video after this. And if you haven't been on the platform for a week, 2 weeks, please don't make yourself feel guilty like you've fallen behind. Just invite yourself to come back. I'm always going to be here waiting for you. We also have a WhatsApp community chat, and for anybody who joins Flow From Home, you will get a welcome email with a link to join the community. And I want to see when you're practicing. Send me pictures, open up conversation about what it is that you've learned, any questions, speak to the people within our community so that you don't feel on your own on this platform. From here, I'm going to suggest that you try our free taster practices. I've put these on the platform so that you can get an idea for my teaching style. See if you like me as a teacher. And again, I won't be offended if this practice isn't for you. It's about finding a teacher that works with you, that speaks your language. So I am completely at peace with the fact that I know I'm not going to be everybody's teacher, but fingers crossed, you might find yourself in a place that feels nourishing, that feels good for you. So take a look through the platform, have a look at navigating the platform, try our free taster practices. And if you have any questions whatsoever, drop me a message, drop me an email, pop in an inquiry form, and I will speak to you soon.